Hey, how are you? Just before you watch part 3 of this video, I just want to explain that it's not so much of a disclaimer as it is that apologies. This whole playthrough to me has been probably the worst I've ever done. It is definitely the worst I've ever done. The lighting is an issue, the focus is an issue, the screeching chairs every time I move is an issue. My inability to speak at sometimes. I seem to have completely gone blind in some parts of this video. I'm constantly mentioning about 45 spaces. I bloody moved out of 2 of them. I really don't know. I can only say that, you know, it's not an excuse, but I was concentrated too much on the issues with the lighting and focus and stuff. I wasn't really paying attention to the board, and also I'm not overly familiar with the game, and I won't make that mistake again. I'm not going to do another playthrough of a game unless I'm completely familiar with it. I know with my Fireteam Zero stuff I did make mistakes, but not half as many as this. So please don't watch this video and, you know, use it as a way to definitely play the game properly, follow every rule, optimizing moves. But I think you definitely get the flow of the game, and hopefully it will help you. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I like the game, but this has just been a nightmare for me, and I couldn't wait to get it finished. So, having said that, thanks for watching. I'll leave you to watch the rest of the playthrough, the video. And if you do like what I do the majority of the time, then please subscribe. Okay, thanks a lot for that. Bye for now.
Well, welcome back to Black Orchestra. Things didn't go too well last time as Ludwig, unfortunately, is in jail. He got arrested. Bad news for him. Not really great news for us either as a team. So, moving on. It's Ludwig's turn, so he draws an interrogation card. What does it say? Tell us what you know. Let's see if we can get some focus on this. Okay. Choose one of the following options, resolve the listed effects, then shuffle this card back into the interrogation deck. If all of the effects of a given option cannot be applied, you could choose a different option, attempting to resist interrogation. Option C is always an eligible option to choose. Now, normally with more than one player, you would keep this secret, but obviously we can't do that. So we've got A, faulty equipment. Place 1 die on another player's conspirator sheet. Target side up. The next time that player rolls a target, ignore it and return both die to supply. That's not great. Descent track cannot be used. This is public silence. The descent track cannot be used for the rest of the game. Ooh, okay, that's no good. Okay. Try and resist. Roll 1 die and resolve the listed effect. If you are at timid or skeptical motivation, which we are, because I double checked, we are at motivated. Sorry, no, we're not. We're at motivated, not timid or skeptical. Roll twice and take the worst result. Okay, let's try that. So, let's grab a die and let's see what happens. And we get a 3. 3 is, please be good. Lower one conspirator's motivation by 1. Well, that's not great. Okay, so we'll lower Ludwig's by 1. Okay, well, he's still in jail, and that gets shuffled somehow back into the deck, and we've done that, and it's done. Okay, so it's now, yep, the focus is gone again. So it's now Hans' turn. Hans needs to, well, obviously I made a mistake last time. For some reason, Hans managed to take an Uber or whatever, an Uber, and managed to get from here to here in one move. I don't know what I was thinking there, but I can't really put it right now, so we'll just have to live with it. He's with Borman, so I can't conspire. So I can't conspire this turn, even if I move out. Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I think we're still on 2. Maybe move to Vienna. So I can go 1. That's not going to work. If stage 1, we're not at stage 2. So we'll go 2 to Vienna and we'll flip over that and see what occurs. Explosives again. And what do we get for Vienna there? If stage 2, minus suspicion, you only for any item. Okay, yeah, so maybe we can do that. We'll have to pick up the explosives first, but then we can use that to do that. So, now, what did I forget? Yes, made a mistake. What I should have done before I moved is done this. We're not doing very well, are we? Visit from Goering. Goering conducts an unscheduled inspection of local Luftwaffe installations. Move Goering to the space with the nearest conspirator. Okay, if that conspirator is alone, they may discard any number of items. For each item discarded this way, they lower suspicion by 1. Okay, so Goering would have been to Tannenberg. So we'll move in there. I won't have done the... it said I may do that. I may discard an item. I'm not going to do that. So it actually makes no difference, but of course, clearly, I'm making mistakes even on my first turn. This lighting is not as good as I thought. I may have to move the table. Okay, so Hans finished his turn. So he, in turn, also draws a card. We're on phase 3 now. Oh, okay. Gestapo raid. Let's put that there. Let's get focused on it. Gestapo raid. The Gestapo execute violent searches and raids against suspicious citizens. Well, we're not extreme suspicion, so we're not arrested. However, for each illegal card in a conspirator's dossier, that conspirator must choose to either discard it or keep it and raise their suspicion by 1. Well, there is no flipping way we're discarding that card. So we're going to have to raise our suspicion by 1. Done. And that brings us to the end of that turn. Bit of a mistake, but we'll press on. Okay, straight into the next turn. We really need to get Ludwig out of jail, but it's not happening at the moment. So, first thing Ludwig does, draws another card. Tell us what you know. Do not reveal or discuss this, blah, 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 blah. Right, discard 1 card from each conspirator's dossier. No, we're not going to do that. Reputation ruined. Lower 2 conspirators' motivation by 1. You are released. Move to Gestapo HQ at high suspicion. We actually can do that, but we are going to lose some cards. So we actually will do that. We'll lower 2 conspirators' reputation by 1. So we'll lower ours to timid, and Hans is at reckless, so we can lower that to committed. What that does mean now is that Ludwig is only allowed 2 cards in his dossier. And I think we seem to pick up plots easy enough, so we will get rid of that plot. Done. And that means that, where are we? And move to you are released. Move to Gestapo HQ at high suspicion. Well, we're already at extreme, so we'll go to high. We will shuffle that one back into the deck with a really bad shuffle, but I'll try and shuffle them up next time. Yeah, one-handed shuffle, not the best. Okay. And Ludwig moves to the Gestapo HQ. Sorry about that, gotta move that seat out of the way. Okay, so let's not forget this time he has to draw an event card. So let's draw. And what have we got? We have got Berghof Retreat. Hitler enjoys a visit to the mountains. Move Hitler, Himmler, Goebbels and Bormann to the Berghof. Now, where is the Berghof? And is it a fortified space? No, it's not. That's a bit of a bummer. Okay, so Hitler, we know at the moment is in the Chancellery, so we move Hitler and Himmler and Goebbels and Bormann. Oh, that's those 2 there. So they are now all in the Berghof, which is not great because we really wanted Hitler to be in a fortified space. But it is what it is. So we will delete. We will discard that card. Let's just move that a little bit. Okay. So That brings us to Hans's turn. Hans no longer needs to release Ludwig from prison. He is in Vienna. He can conspire. Do you know what we'll do? We will lower our suspicion. We'll play this card and lower our suspicion by 1. That's one action. No, I'll tell you what we'll do first. We will conspire first. Okay, what do we get? We got a 1 for the descent track. We'll put that there. And we've got 4 actions. Okay, first action, we will play convincing alibi. Lower our suspicion by 1. Okay, so that's down to medium and we discard that card. Second action. We could pick up. We'll pick up the explosives for a second action. We'll hand it in for a third action. No, we'll keep it there. Second, we'll keep it in case we need it and we need to lower our suspicion at any time. Because we're on medium at the moment. So that was our second action. Our third action, we need to preempt Hitler going into a fortified space. Third action. Oh. Third action. I really don't know. Third action, let's move to Analyze Sud. And for the fourth action, we'll flip that over and see what we've got. We've got a map. Okay. And if we bring anything back there, it's -3 suspicion for poison. But of course, we know we want our poison. Okay, that's the end of our conspirator turn. So now we draw an event card. And it is, all conspirators raise their motivation by 1. Jews targeted. Move Himmler to Warsaw and reveal the item there. So we can both raise our motivation by 1. Himmler will go to Warsaw, just Himmler, nobody else. Himmler will go to Warsaw. Where is Warsaw? My knowledge of wartime Europe is not great. Warsaw is there. So he will go there and reveal the icon there. Reveal the item there, which is a weapon. Okay, discard that card. And straight back round to Ludwig's turn. Ludwig now is at skeptical, so it means he can hold 6 cards in his dossier. Let's conspire. Or does he need to reduce his suspicion? Has he got a badge? No, he hasn't. How can he reduce his suspicion? Weapons. Explosives are not weapons. Anything for... Well, he doesn't have that plot anymore, does he? So he doesn't really need the keys. Although we could do with keeping the keys in case we make this plot wrong or we mess it up. So I tell you what we'll do. We will... I'll go conspire. Boom. So, we've got an eagle, so he's extreme suspicion again. We've got a on the descent track, so we've got another one there, and we've got 1 action. The 1 action will be to reveal what's at Gestapo HQ, which is explosives as well. So we'll put that back there. Okay. Draw an event card, please don't be bad, don't be bad. Right, visit from Hitler. Ooh. Oh man, we should have gone, damn. If only we'd moved, as I said, I was gonna move him to Adlerhorst, and then Hitler would have been with us. Move Hitler to the space with the nearest conspirator. If that conspirator is alone, they may set both their motivation and suspicion to their starting levels. Well, the nearest conspirator is going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, right. So Hitler is going to go to where Hans is, which is a real bummer. Because if only I'd moved into here, Hitler would have gone there and we could have done a plot next time. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not overly familiar with the card, so that's probably why I didn't do that. If that conspirator is alone, they may set both their motivation and suspicion to the starting levels. No, we definitely do not want to do that. This actually should have been, this was the key event for stage 2, so that actually should have gone. Apologies for that. So, now we have Hans's turn. Well, Hans has to reduce his motivation by 1, so he's down to committed, which means we can still attempt the plot. Unfortunately, we need to get out of there, so let's conspire. Okay, that's good. So, on the descent track, that's 3 there, take those off. Hitler's military support comes down to 1, and we've still got 4 actions. Let's try and stay near fortified spaces. So, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to stay in Adelhorst and wait for Hitler to turn up. At least that's my plan. So, that's Hans's turn. Draw an event card, and we've got London bombed. The Luftwaffe conduct bombing raids over London. Raise Hitler's military support by 1. Okay. So we'll raise that back up to 3. Move Hess to Prague and reveal the item there. Hess is in Hanover. He goes to Prague, which is here, and the item he reveal is Intel. And underneath Prague is -3 suspicion if we bring the signature there, which is pretty good. So we could do with getting the signature. And where is the signature? We haven't got a signature anywhere yet, which is unfortunate, because General Ludwig could certainly do with getting a signature and bringing it to there. Okay, that's the end of that turn. Okay, we're back. Yes, I made a mistake on the last turn. I think it was the last turn. I shouldn't have been able to, I think it was the turn before, I shouldn't have been allowed to reduce Ludwig's motivation for the interrogation card when he was in jail. So that meant I would have had to reduce Hans. So he is actually no longer allowed to attempt any plots. So we need to get his motivation up. So let's crack on. The lighting does seem a little bit better. So we'll go to Ludwig, and Ludwig is over here in Gestapo HQ. So I think we need to get him. We're going to try and regroup somewhere in Adelhorst. But the first thing we're going to do, we're going to try and raise Hans's motivation. We're going to try and pull off this plot, wait in Adelhorst until Hitler turns up. So Ludwig is going to conspire. Okay, so we've got, what have we got there? Okay, 1 for the dissident track, or descent track, not dissident, same sort of thing, and 4 actions. 4 actions. Gestapo HQ, where shall he move to? What have we got for cards? Ignore 1, okay, we're going to keep that. Move to any legal space on the board. I think first thing we'll do is he will draw a card, because he's allowed to have 6 cards. Let's see what we've got there. Stockpile equipment. Choose an item from the discard pile, add it to your conspirator sheet. Oh, signature. That might be, yes. Now then. I think I've seen something somewhere that says we can reduce, yes, there. Ministry of Propaganda. -2 suspicion, only for the signature. So, what we'll do is, for the second action, we'll play this card. And we'll pick up the signature that was discarded previously. Second action. We'll put that there. Now he's got full amount of items. Third action, he is going to move to Ministry of Propaganda. And for the fourth action, he will, what am I doing? I've discarded that. Yeah, and for the fourth action, he'll -2 suspicion, you only for the signature. So he'll discard the signature that he's just picked up. That's gone again. Let's get rid of that. And suspicion can be reduced by 2, so medium. And that's Ludwig's turn over. So as usual, we now draw an event card. And we have Invasion of Norway. If this stage's key event card is in play, ignore the card and draw another. It's not. Raise Hitler's military support by 1. Well, that ain't great, because that means Hitler's now at military support of 4. Okay. Now we go to Hans Oster. Hans is going to stay where he is. So he's going to conspire, because we need to get his motivation. Okay, so 1 on the descent track. And he's got 3 actions. First action is he will flip that over, just in case. That's the map. We'll leave that there. Is there any way we can get his motivation raised? Not at level 3. Doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem to be at all. So, what we'll do is, we'll use his action that enables us to reveal, where are we? Reveal the top 2 cards of the conspirator deck, add 1 to your dossier and discard the other. So for his second action, he will pick 2 cards, and we've got these 2. Release 1 conspirator from prison. We don't want that. Move to any legal space on the board. Is that going to help for anything's going to help us for motivation? No, it's not, is it? No. I can't see anything that helps with motivation. I think we'll get rid of that one. So we'll discard that. We'll keep the airplane access. That gives us 4 cards at the moment. And we'll do the same again for our final action. Choose a card from the discard pile, add it to your dossier, or hidden bomb. We're not going to take the bomb, but we will have a quick look through the discard pile and see if there's anything there that we fancy for our last action. No, we can't, because that was our last action. So that one gets put there. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 cards in our dossier. Let's draw an event card. Oh dear, Gestapo raid. Well, all conspirators at extreme suspicion are arrested. Well, luckily, none of ours are at extreme suspicion. Luckily, because we just dropped Ludwig's down. But we have to discard any cards in the conspirator's dossier, or we have to raise our suspicion by 1. We are definitely not going to get rid of this card, so we'll raise our suspicion by 1 because we definitely want to keep that card. Gestapo raid goes there. End of the turn. Let's move on to the next turn. Ludwig, is he in the space with anyone? No, so he's free to conspire. So let's do that. We'll roll 3 dice. And okay, that's not great. Well, on the bright side, we did get another descent thing, descent icon. So that's 2 suspicion. So he's back up to extreme again. And descent we'll put there. And well, what can we do? Because we need to both raise. I think at the moment we will raise Hans's to committee, so at least he can carry out a plot, just in case Hitler ends up on our space. that's the end of Ludwig's go. So let's draw an event card. What is this? No, the key event is not in play. Western offense. I don't think it's in play. Let's just double check unless I've made a mistake. Pretty sure we haven't. No, we haven't. It's the key event for 2 that was in play. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, let's put those back there. So move all Wehrmacht to Adlerhorst. Okay, well, the only Wehrmacht is actually Ludwig, so he'll move to Adlerhorst, and we'll discard that card. Okay, Hans. You can carry out a plot, but we need to get rid of Hitler's suspicion, Hitler's military support. How can we do that on 3? We can't. We can't. Well, I think the first thing to do is airplane access, move to any legal space on the board. So we'll play that for the first action. And we will move to we'll move to Vienna. We can discard any item. We're going to discard the explosives for his second action. That's going to allow us to reduce. No, that's only in stage 2. That's no good. Misread that. See, easy to make a mistake, but it is when you're with me. So for stage 3. Oh dear. Do we have any weapons? No, we only got explosives. Is there anything we can do with explosives? Doesn't seem to be. And we can't get to 4 at the moment. So we've got 3 actions. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will move to where Goebbels is. We're going to move to Nuremberg. We are going to roll 2 dice and conspire. And we've got 5 actions. Okay, so first action, flip that over. Badge. Second action, we'll take the badge. Third action, airplane access. Move to any legal space on the board. We'll go to there, to Sports Palace. Fourth action, get rid of the badge and reduce our suspicion by 2. Fifth action, move to train station. Done. Excellent. And the final card of phase 3 or stage 3. It's a key event. It is Sea Lion postponed. Hitler postpones the invasion of Britain after heavy losses during the air campaign. Oh dear. When the next event card is draw, it's a key event. That's going to make no difference because we're going to get rid of that because this is the last card in the deck anyway. All conspirators lower their motivation by 1. Oh dear. That is not great. So, skeptical. And back down to motivated. Not brilliant. So, back to Ludwig. Ludwig needs to get his... But I'll tell you what he's going to do. First of all, he's going to conspire. Okay, well that's good. We've got 2 for the descent track, and we've got 2 actions. First action is going to pick up the map. Second action is going to get rid of the explosives, and that allows him to reduce his suspicion by 2. So explosives are discarded and suspicion comes down by 2. Okay, we draw the first card of phase 4. Let's take a look. Pearl Harbor attacked. Okay, Hitler declares war on the United States after the attack by the Japanese. Lower Hitler's military support by 1. Okay, we can do that. That's good news for us. Remove the next 3 stage 4 event cards from the game. Oh, do not reveal these cards, and remove Hess deputy token from the game. Oh, first of all, we need to remove 1, 2, 3. So that's made the timer go a bit quicker, and Hess needs to be removed from the game. Hess is here, so Hess is gone. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So, back to Hans. Hans is going to conspire. We have got to get his motivation up. Okay, that's good. So, we take this one, we add it to the 3 there. That's 3. We'll get rid of those, and we'll raise Hans back to committed. And we've still got 2 actions. Our 2 actions will be 1, 2. We are heading now back to Adlerhorst. We have got to get Hitler there so we can carry out the plot. Okay, that's the end of Hans's turn. Let's draw. We're now at stage 4, remember? Oh dear, okay. Gestapo raid. Well, nobody's at extreme suspicion, so that's good. But we do have to raise, if we don't want to get rid of an illegal card, which Posen. So raise by 1 and find Goering, who is here, and we'll move him to Posen, which is here. Okay. Not great. Not great at all. Alright, so we'll just crack on straight away with the next turn. Well, clearly Hitler is not going to come to us, so I think we have to go to him. So we'll start with Ludwig. First action. I think we will... We'll move into Adlerhorst. We'll move into Adlerhorst. We're going to have to give this card, I think, to General Hans Oster, because he has to get to Hitler. So we'll give that to General Hans, which means that we have to discard 1 card. We can discard this one. We're not going to use. No, we'll discard the concealed pistol one, because this we're not going to use, I don't think. Okay, so that's the first action. Second action. I think maybe we'll just draw a card and hope for the best. Second action. We get another plot. That brings us up to 4 cards. I don't know what else to do. There's no way we can get anywhere near Hitler at the moment. We can head over that way, I guess. Yeah, okay, let's head to Hanover and sort of make our way over there. Okay, that's the end of Ludwig's turn. Let's draw an event card. Hitler assumes command. This doesn't sound too good. Hitler takes command, direct control of all Wehrmacht operations. Lower Hitler's military support by 1. Okay, that's good. So that goes down to 2. Move Hitler to Wolfschanz and reveal the item there. Okay, that's pretty good. Because that is a fortified space, and it's a fortified space that the rest of the deputies aren't in. Okay. Okay. So Hitler goes to Wolfschanz, which is a fortified space. That is good, because yeah, these guys are not here, so that wouldn't, I don't know, it would have made a difference really, because we're not going to start our turn there. But anyway, Hitler's there on his own. So that's the end of the turn, or that's the end of Ludwig's turn. So now it's going to be Hans's turn. So it all hinges on this. I don't think we'll bother conspiring, because the plan, I think, is we can move to any legal space on the board. So his first action, we'll play this. Move to any legal space on the board. So we'll play that, and Hans is going to move to Wolfschanz. Now he's got a chance at doing a plot. Am I correct? Yes. Confirm you have all required elements for the attempt. The attempt we're going to do is poison gas. In the same space as Hitler, check. Option elements, Abwehr, poison, keys. We are Abwehr. We've got the poison, and we've got the keys. So let's lay this out and see what we've got. There's the plot. There's the poison. There's the keys. Sorry, all the way around. There's the keys, there's the poison. We are Abwehr. And of course, we can play this as a free action. So, we can roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice. And we only need 2 successes. If we roll more than 3 eagles, then we go to jail. Although we can ignore 1 eagle from resort only plot attempts. This is doesn't say anything about being in the same space. Unfortunately, we're not able to use Ludwig's additional die, which would have been ideal. Okay, sorry about the chair. This is it. I'm going to roll 1 at a time. We're rolling 6 dice. We only need 2 successes. That's not a success. That's not a success. That's not a success. That's not a success. That is a success. We need 1 more. Oh my God. We did it. And if you think I cheated, you could watch that back. There was no cuts there. That was as it came out. Oh my God. So we actually killed Hitler. Am I correct? I have to make sure I'm correct, because I'm not sure. 1 dice, 2 dice, 3 dice, 4 dice, 5 dice, 6 dice. We rolled 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 successes. We only needed 2 successes. We did it. There we go. That is victory to us. Fantastic. Okay, this playthrough didn't go as I planned. The lighting is still giving me a hell of a lot of shit, so I'm going to have to figure out something. Maybe I'm going to have to move the table directly under the light. I don't know. But until I get that figured out, there'll be no more playthroughs from me. The next one I probably do will be either Lost Expedition or Friday, because I've got both of those, or maybe Captain is Dead. We'll see. So, on that happy note, well, not happy for Hitler, but he's a fucking Nazi. We won, and it's good night from me, and it's definitely good night from Hitler. If you enjoyed this very badly put together video, then please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next playthrough. Bye for now.